Peace and love, everyone. I hope that you are all having a beautiful, magical, and wonderful day. My name is Sheldon, and I help raise the vibrational frequency of this planet. I also am on a mission to help people really ascend their consciousness and start thinking in a new way, start leading a new path, and really just creating a new world for themselves. And it all starts with you. It all starts with looking inside and just becoming the best version of you possible. Today I really wanted to share with you guys my stories of divine, magical, and just unbelievable, mind-blowing synchronicity. Now, if you don't know what synchronicity is, essentially it is I would say, quote-unquote coincidences that are happening all around us every single day that tell us we are on the right path. Now, I know that these aren't just simple coincidences. I know that these are messages from the universe, from the angels, from the ascended masters that are telling me that I am on the right path. I am in the right place at the right time. And these synchronicities happen in the most beautiful ways possible. So in this video, I just wanted to share with you guys some of my experiences throughout the years that have led me to where I am now and the signs that I've received along the way. Now, it's not really easy to explain a lot of these things, but I'm going to do my best I can because it is very important that you guys understand that there is a governing power that is really guiding you throughout this journey and sending you signs along the way. And you need to pay attention to these signs. So first you need to be aware of them, and then you need to pay attention to them, and you need to understand what they mean. Now, a lot of people in their early journeys start seeing the number 1111. And it's funny because you always hear 1111, make a wish, and that's always been a thing. But people really don't understand why that was, a saying. And it's a saying because that is the number of awakening. When people start looking inside of themselves and they start realizing that, there's a lot more to this, they start seeing this number. Now, an example of this for me in my early journeys, when I started meditating, I started seeing 1111 everywhere. And I literally thought I was going crazy. Like, I started meditating and I would go upstairs and 1111 would be on the clock, and I would just pull up my phone at a random time and be 1111. It was just happening non-stop. And I didn't read into it too much. I just thought that literally I was going crazy. Until I started following this account on Instagram, and I'll never forget this. The account's called To Higher Consciousness. And essentially I came across a post and it said 1111 ? Is it happening to you? And I'm like, wait a minute. Yeah, it is happening to me, right? So it literally explained that there is millions of cases around the world that, people start meditating and they start seeing this number. Now, why is this? Is this a message from, some divine power? And at the time I was a little bit skeptical, but I knew that there was something there. And that made me hungry. It gave me, a true feeling that there was so much more to life than what we've been told, than the lies that we've been fed. And it's really just the most humbling, beautiful thing ever. So I started diving into it a lot more, and I started, isolating myself a lot more. I started looking deep inside and figuring out who I really am. And the signs kept coming and kept coming and kept coming. I'll never forget, I was dead asleep one night. I still have the screenshot on my phone. If you guys are interested, I will send it to you. I have the screenshot on my phone. I was dead asleep one night and I woke up and just happened to touch my phone, and it was 1:11 on October 11th, and it was 11% of my battery. And boom, I was just mind blown, and I kept seeing these numbers in the most beautiful ways. I have so many screenshots on my phone of just like divine ways that I was seeing 1111, and it was just beautiful. And from there it just took off. And it just became so beautiful. And based on what I was manifesting and what I was putting in my mind, the universe was giving me signs the whole way to lead me to the proper path. Now, a few years ago, I had a very interesting experience on LSD, and this was one of the first times I've ever tried LSD, and it was completely destined. It wasn't planned or anything, but the date happened to be November 11th, so 11/11 was the date that I ended up doing it. And the thick and thin of it is, it's so hard to explain, but essentially the entire universe just opened itself up to us. and I just saw the most beautiful, magnificent, like saw things that happened in dreams that I've had, and it was just so humbling and beautiful and profound, and I just knew exactly what was happening, and I knew that we were being rewarded, and you know, it was pretty much a pat on the back saying, you know, you're doing the right thing, you're on the right path, you're sharing your vision, you're doing the right things, and we want to reward you, and that's essentially how it felt like for me. And for a long time, you know, I have had goals. I've had, you know, I want to be free. I don't want to live in this system. I want to be financially free. And this is what, you know, the universe has been guiding me the whole time. And it's been guiding me in the most beautiful way possible. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful when you start seeing these signs all around you. And a lot of you guys are aware of this. You're seeing these signs. A lot of people are coming up to me like, man, I'm seeing 1111 everywhere. Like, this is amazing. There's so much more to than what we've been told. And, you know, it really gives you fuel to keep going, right? So before I moved from London, Ontario to here in Saskatchewan, it was a little bit, it was actually, I think 2 weeks after the LSD experience. So it was kind of interesting. I had a lot of anxiety about moving, and then I had this just profound experience that just put everything at so much peace and just showed me that this is exactly what you're supposed to be doing, Sheldon. Like, this is literally exactly what you were supposed to be doing, and just such a beautiful thing. Oh, one thing I did want to mention. Now, I think all of you know that I love crystals. I'm super into crystals. When I was younger, I was 12 years old, I was playing hockey in my backyard, and I shot a puck and it hit like a crossbar, and it went up and it went into this tree, and there's rocks all around this tree, and I go to retrieve this puck, and this crystal was sitting right beside it. This was when I was 12 years old, and at the time I just thought it was pretty cool. You know, I put it in my drawer, kept it there. When I moved to London, I brought my dresser with me, and that's when I started becoming into meditation, and I started, you know, being attracted to crystals. And I was like, wait a minute, you know, I've had this literally longer than I've had anything in my whole entire life. Like, tell me that wasn't set up and planned and put there as a clue for me to find. Like, so beautiful. I'm so at one with this. I'm so attached to it. It's essentially the entire universe to me. So that's just one of the things that's happened to me and that I really wanted to share with you guys. But getting back to when I was moving here, I literally packed my car. And the first car that I pulled out on the road, and the first car that pulled in front of me, license plate was 555. The first car on a 24-hour drive, the first car that I saw, license plate 555. If you guys don't know what fives means, that's change. So change is coming. Literally changing location, changing where I'm going, and the whole drive was just unbelievably synchronized and beautiful. I remember there was a part of the drive that I can't remember exactly where I was, but it was somewhere in Ontario, and if you guys have ever drove through Ontario, it's absolutely gorgeous. Like, it's beautiful. And I was coming up this big hill, and this song came on my playlist, and my playlist was on shuffle, and this song was just reminding me about this experience that I just had. It's called Neon Skies, and essentially that's what the skies were doing. Like, the stars were out. It was just absolutely mind-blowing. And yeah, so this song came on, and I started getting chills up my entire spine and just my whole body, and I was just like so in the moment and so happy. And as soon as those chills like touched the top of my head, I came to the top of this hill, and it just brought me to the most beautiful part of the entire drive. Like, I probably the most beautiful scenery I've ever seen. Like, I can't even describe it, and it all happened completely in tune with how I was feeling, and I just started bawling my eyes out, and I knew right then and right there that this is the path that I am supposed to be driving on. I am supposed to be right here, right now, no other place in the world. It is absolutely beautiful. And another huge thing that's happened to me is before I even knew I was moving here, I started seeing 777 everywhere, like sevens everywhere. I always see different sequences of numbers, but I never saw sevens. Never saw sevens. And I remember telling my buddy, I'm like, man, I'm seeing sevens everywhere. Like, this is something else, right? And long story short, I end up moving here, and the person's house that I move into, his license plate is 777. Now, like, 777 brings the confirmation that you've been hearing and listening to divine guidance and taking steps to heal and improve your life, and it's working. And that's literally what's happened. And along this journey, it's been nothing but the most divine. Like, what I'm sharing with you guys is the smallest it's like a grain of sand on a beach. Like, it is so small to what I've seen, and that's how I know this is so real. Like, when you tap in to the infinite energy of the universe, the signs you receive are so beautiful and so humbling and so profound, and it just gives you so much peace of mind. And this is really what people should strive for, because these things that are happening all around me are just showing me that, you know what, you are doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. You are on the path that was laid out for you, and it is the most beautiful feeling in the whole entire world. And I just want you guys to know that you guys can get there, and you guys can do anything you want in your lives. Like, I set something in my mind so long ago, and the universe moved and just made me, and just showed me exactly what I need to do to get there. And it's so beautiful. Like, it's so beautiful. Like, it's something that I'm so passionate about, and I just want to share with you guys, and I want to spread so much love and peace, because that's what resides in me, and that's what resides in me based on what I've been manifesting. Like, you know, I put these things in my mind so long ago, and it's just brought me to such a beautiful place, and it's brought me so much peace and love. And that's not for me, it's for you guys too. Like, I'm supposed to share that, and I'm going to continue doing that. And you know, these signs all around me are just showing me that I am living in divine alignment with my true nature, and it's a wonderful feeling, and you guys can get there too. And I just really wanted to share that. So just to reiterate a little bit, divine synchronicity happens when you look inside and you really silence the mind, and you really become one with yourself, and you follow your dreams and you follow your goals. You'll start seeing these beautiful signs all around you. Just know that they're not a coincidence. They are happening for a very specific reason for you, and everything is happening for you. Like, everything that you ever thought in your whole entire life was actually happening for you. Not to you, but for you. Just always remember that. Always lead with peace. Always lead with love, and you will find the most beautiful life lies ahead for you. I promise you so much. I love you guys so much. I'm super grateful for each and every one of you, and I'm going to continue sharing my knowledge and wisdom with the world. And I promise you guys, you will find the most beautiful path in life. Like, there is no other way. As soon as you look inside, it's done. One other thing that I did want to mention before I part ways with you guys is I wanted to tell you about my birthday as well. So the date of my birthday is September 19th, 1991. So that's 9/19/1991. And I was actually born the 37th minute into my birthday. So my birth certificate reads 0037 9/19/1991. Now, the significance of 37 is absolutely like mind-blowing in my life. Like, I see that number absolutely everywhere, and it started a very long time ago when I saw a post on Instagram from one of the accounts I follow, and it's like the magic number 37. So if you take 37 and you times it by any multiple of 3, so 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, it always equals a master number. So 37 times by 3 is 111, 37 times by 6, 222, 9, 333, so on and so forth. It keeps going. So it's a very magical number, and it's, again, just another sign that, I was placed here to really spread this knowledge and spread this wisdom. Like, I was literally born on a synchronicity, and 37 I see all the time. Like, I rep it everywhere. It's my number, and it was literally my stamp in life. So that's one last thing that I want to share with you guys, and just kind of show you how incredible my journey's been, and just the things that I've found out about myself. And you guys can find these things out too, because there's a lot of magic that's happening in your lives, and you're just not aware of it. And now it's time to become aware of it. So just wanted to let you know that, everything is happening perfectly for you, and just like, you guys are just so beautiful, and anything is possible in life, and never ever set the bar too low. You can literally do anything you want in your life, as long as you decide the universe is going to move, and it's going to show you those beautiful synchronicities that I've been speaking about the whole time. And that's all I really wanted to say. We'll part ways. We'll talk later. Always come at me if you guys need any, advice. If you guys want any one-on-one discussions, add me on Instagram. I leave that down below. And we'll see you guys soon. I love you guys so much. Peace and love always.